All right, you guys, the Insiders Room is live, and guess what? We are coming off a 5-0 week one in the NFL Westgate Super Contest out of Las Vegas. Hey, it's just week one, but you can't ask for better than 5-0. We did that, myself and the rest of the Insiders Room Discord, specifically a group of extremely sharp bettors, which are called the Insiders. They are the Insiders. They are my main group of guys that come on with the show with me all of the time, who heavily wager on all North American sports and all sports around the world. And so we have come off the perfect 5-0 start to week one in the NFL. And hold on, we have another guest here. Here he is. I think he's got to reconnect. Greg the Greek. Are you there, buddy? But yeah, you guys, so listen, the Insiders Room, we are trying to do a little bit of live wagering on this NFL game tonight. Our fifth and final winner of that, of our thing was on Pittsburgh. So there it is, a 5-0 week one. Let me just bring up some of my picks there. We had, who did we have, you guys? I'm just too excited here still about the whole thing. We had, who did we have? We had the Bills -6.5, the Bears +3, the Jaguars +8, the Packers +2.5, and the Steelers -6. So there you go. There's the 5-0 weekend. We're super excited for week two. I can't wait to start looking at some of those lines. I took a peek earlier today, but I'll really get into it tomorrow. And the rest of us, me and the Insiders, will try to do that. And so that's that. That's the update on that. So the Insiders Room, I also had a play at Picks and Parlays. And so, you know what? I finish officially after the week one with my official picks at Picks and Parlays at 4-1. And I finished 5-0 in the Westgate Super Contest. Of course, that's with the help of the Insiders themselves. And things are going extremely well in the Pro Gridiron and overall for the Insiders Room at Picks and Parlays. But here we are with Greg the Greek, who was pivotal in helping us all decide. Are you seeing this? That Dallas has just tied it up here now against Vegas. Can you believe this? It's now 2-2.
Did they really?
Yeah.
That team's unbelievable. Dallas.
It is. They just unbelievable. It's
2-2?
It is. It's 2-2 now.
Wow, it hasn't even registered.
So, Greg, congratulations on our first week there, man.
Dude, I mean, I did very little. Most of the people that pulled the gutsy winners out, I would say, were the other people in the group. But amazing start. I mean, no one could have expected half of that. So,
no, it was, and as you pointed out after, just the fact that Colts games, probably so many people were on the wrong side of that one, and we happened to be on the correct side of that one. So that was a huge sort of swing, that one.
Yeah, that was, I think, probably the best.
Mm-hmm.
The best call that you made, or the gutsiest, I would say, out of all of them. I heard a ton of survivors, right, went out on
I really liked that one. And then when Legion of Picks, when he also said how much he liked that one. Hey, what's up, Ryke?
The divorce goes through and it's final and all that shit.
One second.
Bye.
You hear me?
I can.
Here we go.
All right.
How are you, sir?
You see me too?
I do.
Close.
We got you. You're all good. Yeah, I just got to tilt it up a tiny bit. Live on the Insiders Room, Rycape is killing it.
Still too much. Hold on.
And here's
Please tell me
Greg.
Dan's going to be here today.
He isn't. He's not. And so we'll just go as long as we can here. I just really wanted to.
No. It's not that big a deal. I just wanted to point out the fact that I'm on my laptop tonight.
Right.
You can't complain about me being on my
Hey,
phone.
man.
Stop, just for shits and
Steelers cash.
Just for shits and giggles. That's this.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah, man,
we
I
can
got
hear
you.
All right.
I hear you.
Alright, now pick it up. Never mind.
So did you see that Dallas tied it up there, right, Kate?
It'd just be funny
I
tomorrow
felt
morning.
like
Like,
that.
boys.
Dallas
Dallas?
tied it up. Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were doing word
America's
association.
team. It's America's team.
I thought
Yeah,
we
I'm
were
trying to
doing word
pay.
association.
Let me know if my TV's too
Oh,
loud.
just everybody would stick to it. Just so that big half these and
I don't think your TV is too loud.
see funny.
So what do you have in this late game there, right, Kate?
Oh, what's that?
Well, Rycape was having a lot of fun there with his family, you could hear. So I have the under in this late one. Greg. 10
You have
bird.
to- What was the number?
I got a really good one because I played it like 3 weeks ago. So I have 42. Yeah, 42. I don't know if that's really good, but it's
I would
okay.
consider trying to come back the other way on that personally.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know I don't always recommend that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll look at the total then on that right now.
But I mean, my inclination going into these two games was the first one would go under, which it did by a country mile, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, what is it? Every single primetime game so far, I'm keeping track. Under,
How's it?
right? Just like last year, under. Just like last year, every single game almost under.
Yeah, I can get over 36.5 on the game.
Even first half.
First half, I can get 16.5.
No. I'm just saying in general, they have been good. But no, I would wait.
Okay.
What
do you think? What would be your number then? If
You want at least
if it's a 36.5 now, like 34.5 or 30?
You want at least the 7.5 minimum, I would say.
So what would that bring it down to?
So you got 42, right?
Yeah. Okay, I see what you're
So
saying.
34.5 or
Got it. That would be the minimum cutoff right there. Right.
Yeah.
Just for a touchdown. Got it. Yeah.
yeah. So that you'd win by, if it was a
Makes
touchdown
sense.
win, you'd win by a hook.
Yeah.
That's ideal. I mean, I don't know. Could go under. I just think that you'll see some points here. Got Drew Lock, man.
Yeah.
Well, I just like the fact that you have two quarterbacks that can run, right?
Mhm.
And they're both going to be trying to make. They both have a lot to, on the line here to try to make things happen. For
People
sure.
could even be chatting to us. I just haven't even looked. I gotta.
How many?
Yeah.
I wish I could see the chat display.
Yeah, I have a thing through Restream IO here. So if you guys have been talking or chatting, and I haven't caught that, you might as well say something else again here, because now I am paying attention to the chat. But yeah, I mean, okay, so we're waiting for a 34, really, is what I want then.
Yeah, I mean,
Or yeah, 34.5.
let's pay attention to see how this goes. I mean,
Hmm.
Did you see what happened on the first drive? Tannehill.
I didn't. I just sort of tuned in and because I
Yeah,
was finishing up my Picks and Parlay show.
Tannehill ran for some yards. He tried to make some stuff happen. Both defenses look good, though. However, you know how it is. These guys haven't played in a while. They're they're feeling each other out at the beginning of the game, that sort of thing. They're trying to see who can push who around, you know.
So, what was your take after that with Pittsburgh there?
I mean, all I know is I looked over at one point and I wasn't watching the full game from start to finish, but I watched a decent chunk of it, and I saw at one point that Saquon Barkley had -7 yards and 11 rushes or something. I was just like,
That's true. He finished with 6 yards. Can you believe that?
total. I was like, yeah, I was thinking about it too. I was like, I should just hammer the under, but I didn't want to get burnt on because you know how he is, like one play and he could break one. Like, but yeah, oh man, that defense. I mean, you think they're going to be like a top 5 again? I think they were last year. Top 5 defense.
I think they could be.
Strong
And I think that
possibility.
they look good. I think that they look really good with.
It's hard to move
with
from the number
Roethlisberger.
1 spot when you gave up 6 rushing yards. They give up a lot more to Danny Dimes.
Right, Kate, we're having a little bit of trouble with you here again. Got to reconnect, buddy.
So I don't know. You saw Connor got hurt.
Is that right? I didn't. I was right in the middle of doing that piece, so I sort of missed that. Here's Tennessee driving now.
Yeah, James Conner got hurt again for them. I mean,
That's not good.
they kind of are used to it because they've been dealing with him out since last year, and they have Blake Snell, he's pretty good, that can plug in there. The only downside is that Connor was a really good, even though he dropped like 3 passes tonight, he's really good out of the backfield with catching passes. So
Right. He was key in their 8-8 season last year,
there's
for
no
sure.
doubt. I mean,
What I wanted to ask you
he's a
about was the
baller.
Bears.
Oh,
They came from behind. They had a huge fourth quarter. You can't say anything bad about their fourth quarter. They totally dominated every aspect.
they got a little lucky.
Whatever happened, it happened,
We'll
and they
take
did
it.
dominate. Yeah.
We'll take it. I mean, they got
So
a
do
little
you think that was, that was a case of they started slow because
No,
of the run, and
they
then
were
they
there.
finally got it
They were
together?
still there in that game, right?
Hmm.
I just, I'm not that confident in the Bears in general. I remain to be proven wrong, but
But if of that week 2 matchup with the Giants, which way would you lean?
of the week 2 matchup, you said?
Yeah, so it's -5.5. So the Giants are getting 5.5 on the road in Chicago next week.
Check it out. I was looking at some of this. Dude, these lines are going to move big time because I was looking at a lot of these teams. Yeah. I mean, they are home, but it's not the same element
Yeah.
without the fans, I would say, especially for Chicago. And there's your under, man. Looking good, man. Definitely holding off. You're at 35.5 right now, I see. I would not. I don't know, man. You're thinking about it for a contest spec, possibly
Well, I gave it out as a
a PNP,
yeah, for the show tonight.
a pick some parlay pick. I mean, I don't think it's bad necessarily to fade the Giants because I mean you could see after tonight, especially that they still don't have an offensive line whatsoever that can push anybody
Yeah.
that knows, can push. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not a fan of their defense at all. I don't know if you know, but they took the long-time middle linebacker from the Green Bay Packers, Blake Martinez, who oftentimes was in the top 2, top 3 in tackles in the NFL. And he's always like one of those players that's like always right there making the tackle, like always in the play, in the mix, but he's not like a
Greg, I
game
can get 34.5 right now.
Yeah. You're taking it?
Should I?
Nah. Wait.
Wait. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Slightly. I think you can get
All
slightly
right.
better.
Yeah. No,
I
because
think
they
you can
just
go-
missed that field goal. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I just saw that because I saw them. Tennessee missed a chip shot.
Yeah, I just don't know. I'm not proof. I want to see that. I would not. If I was gonna go on the over, I'd wait till it's going the other way with Tennessee, especially if there's no
Right.
wins.
That makes sense. You don't
Because
think Denver? Right. I got you.
Denver might not be able to. Well,
Move it anyways, and so you'd be
Yeah.
taking it. It's going to drop
I
a
want to
couple
see
more
how much.
points.
Yeah, it's a rookie court. You know what I mean? Whenever you got.
Uh-huh. No, that's a good call.
But
That's
Joe
really-
Burrow. Oh my gosh! Did you see that game?
Take it when Tennessee's going the other way.
Did you see
Because-
Did you see the Cincinnati game?
Yeah. Well, I saw afterwards what happened and everything.
I watched a decent chunk of that one, and Joe Burrow. I'll tell you what, man. Yeah, he reminds me of a young Drew Brees. He is he's very good. Like he proved in that one game to me. I think I saw enough to say, okay, that's the first round. That's the number one pick right there.
Yeah.
I mean, they arguably should have won that game. They missed a field goal that would have tied it and make it go into overtime at the end of the game, a chip shot. So
Right. Yeah. No, I think that he's going to be a great quarterback too. I don't think he'll be a dud. He looks like a winner. He kind of reminds me of like Phillip Rivers almost or something.
yeah, he looks good. He knows, and he can run a little bit too. Like I mean, all these guys out of college can now, but
Yeah.
this is going to be a grind, huh? This game.
It is. It's kind of slow here for sure, no doubt about it. I just can't believe that Dallas came back again to tie this up. Vegas just must be wondering what the hell happened here.
I mean, I wish I knew
read this.
more about it. Would you like a side on that?
I do. I laid the price actually for as an official insider's room today.
On the Knights?
So I would need that to try to go 3-0 today. I need Vegas to score and I need this total to stay under.
These Kershaw games have been going under a lot, and these Dodgers games, they're beating the Padres right now 1-0 in the sixth. That's a really big divisional game.
There he is.
The
What's up,
Padres.
buddy?
Oh, who's here?
Big Rye.
Oh, right, you relocated. What device
Out
are you
again, buddy.
on? Is it me or is he just lagging a lot?
He's lagging.
Whatever device you're on sucks, right? You're probably on like your iPad or something. Worse, you're probably on the Amazon pad.
Well, we had him for a sec.
Okay, so that's the guy I have a prop on right now. That's just caught that pass. And
Melvin Gordon.
yeah, do you still have the 34.5?
Dun, dun, dun. Nope, I have nothing currently because they're playing. I have to wait till a commercial.
You can get in between plays, huh?
Well, sometimes, but
Not always.
yeah.
What's the yeah, let me know because I would say half a unit.
Okay, well, I just gotta wait for it to come back up again. I think more people were tuning in earlier and stuff. We started late tonight, and There's not a lot of viewership going on at the moment. But we just got to keep plowing through. Eventually it'll catch on. Especially if we can give out winners. No, I can't get the total yet.
Drew Lock rushing yards prop is a really good live bet. I'm going to lock it right now. Just locked on me.
Yeah, we aren't killing the viewership or anything tonight. Oops.
Oh, this might be a good year. If they stop him here, you'll get a good, nice price on that over.
All right.
And honestly, usually what I do when I do this is I go for only half a unit.
Yeah.
Unless I'm really feeling it, like NBA style, feeling it.
Right.
Because in the NBA, you know how the NBA is.
I do. So 36.5 it's gone back up to.
Ooh, that might be a holding. Uh-oh. That might not be good.
No, all the lines are off the board again.
Dude, I love these live props, dude. They're so...
Like the live player props.
Dude, I can tell you, like, I mean, it's no doubt, like, it's by far my highest ROI, you know what I mean? Like, it's lucky that I don't bet, like, big numbers because I know that these books are known for banning people once they kind of start keying in on, you know, who's doing well and start closing certain things.
Right.
But I mean, yeah, they're really good. I mean, hopefully they become more available as time goes on for everyone.
I think they will be for sure within the next 2 years.
I think it's just going to take some time to get there. I'm locking this for sure. This is such a money bet.
And what are you taking again?
Honestly, I'm about to make 2 wagers right now.
Come on, baby. So Denver's in the red zone here.
Tannehill over 20 yards, 20.5 yards rushing live.
Nice. Especially if Denver is going to score here, right? 12.5.
I just know how Tannehill plays. This guy, he's like you know what I mean. He's like one of those guys who'll do anything to win, like a Wentz or like you know what I mean, like one of those types of players.
Mm-hmm.
You know how some players just have that heart. Like you even saw it tonight with Roethlisberger. He even ran for like a 10. Did you see him run with his bum knee? Just like
I didn't get to see it. Was he?
Oh my gosh, this is great.
He was pretty slow, eh? And he was decent, you figured?
Ooh. Is that defensive holding? I'm sorry, what did you ask me?
I was wondering if Denver just scored a touchdown there.
Yes, they did. But Drew Lock threaded a needle. I think they're just waiting for the call if it was defensive holding.
Right.
Or offensive. Defense. Drew Lock just threw his first touchdown pass, and I should have talked you onto that.
At the 42. But I think you had really good reasoning there, Greg. I didn't think that Denver was going to score there either. And then, yeah, it felt more like you were right. If Tennessee would have got the ball back, that's exactly the moment you should have taken the over. It would have dropped down even less.
Yeah, and honestly, it could open up again the way this game's going.
For sure.
Though you will see Tennessee start to take a lot more chances now that they're down a touchdown.
I would like to see Vegas score really quickly here. That would make my day. Just have this feeling that. So the Stars, if the Stars advance, who do they play? The Lightning.
You know, Legion and I won every single player prop except for the one that
You and
What's
Legion
his
won
name
all
got
of your
hurt?
player props this weekend?
we did well, yeah. On the ones that we were talking about in our channel there because
I know that Rye Cape also did really good with his NFL picks. I think we all had a poor Saturday in college football, and then Sunday all made up for it,
So
and we're all loving life, and
yeah, it's the highs and
Yeah.
lows, right?
yeah. And
That's how it is
Monday,
on this.
Monday is looking okay too, especially if Vegas stay in this one. I'm have to say that I never expected Dallas. Do you know who Jamie Benn is? He's basically the best player on Dallas. Anyways, he's from Victoria here. He grew up went to the same school that I went to and everything. He's
Really?
yeah.
Where's that? Vancouver. Vancouver Island.
Stellies. No, Vancouver Island's huge, man. I mean, there's so many schools here. It's like massive. So no, it was just one called Stellies. He actually did umpiring underneath my dad. My dad was the head umpire for Little League out that way, and so he was an umpire for Little League, and he would work under my dad all the time, Jamie Benn.
This guy's pretty good, Noah Fant. The tight end for the Broncos.
Yes.
I think is this his second year? I think it was a rookie last year. He's pretty good.
Did you play any baseball today? We don't want to forget about baseball. There's only like 2 weeks left in the regular season.
That's why I was bringing it up. You got nice. The Padres tied it in the 7th. You have the Dodgers and the Padres, and then you have the Twins and the White Sox both tied 1-1, and then you got the Brewers beating the Cardinals. I had no action. The only action I had was the over, and it hit for the Braves and the Orioles. However,
Wow.
I'm an idiot because I knew that the Orioles were going to have a big day. I should have played them on the reverse run line. I should have hit their team total over, and I should have just went every single way on them.
So what is the reverse run line?
So it's like kind of the what
the
mostly,
opposite of
what mostly
you would get plus
well,
one.
crazy people think it's a crazy bet most of the time, but it's
minus 1.5, but like plus 300 or something on the underdog.
yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.
Or like plus 2.
Yeah, no, I would. And in your experience, which are the books that offer these reverse lines the most?
I mean, it's the same thing as anything. The ones that have more action have more
Right, more options.
More options, yeah.
Yeah.
FanDuel, DraftKings.
Right. And all the good books, which I can't get. Although I'm super happy with Jazz, though, I have to say, and they've just been unbelievably fantastic, and being able to watch all of the games live streaming that you've wagered on, and the live wagering portion has been great. Their lines have been extremely fair. So yeah, it's at 38.5 the total.
This is a really big game for the Padres. They're sneaking up on the Dodgers. The Dodgers are 33-14. You would think that the best record in baseball, they would be smooth sailing to a division win, right? We're only 2.5 games ahead of the Padres, that 31-17.
Well, San Diego I remember before the season started, a lot of people were high on them, and they were right. So,
well, it helps when they're on a 7-game winning streak, right?
For sure.
Quietly.
One of the games that I was reviewing, and it's going to be a really big series. Really big. And it involves a New York team. The Yankees and the Jays tomorrow start a 3-game series. So they're almost basically tied in that second AL East spot. They're chasing down the Rays, who is six games ahead. And so this is the second series. Toronto took 2 of 3 from New York in Buffalo just last week. But since then, so New York took the final game of that one. Then it destroyed Baltimore in New York, won all 4, outscored them 23-3 in the process. So now they face Taijuan Walker for the second time in a week. They're red hot. And the Jays face this rookie from New York who did well against them last week. But now they've seen him. This is the second time in a week that they'll have seen this rookie. And so there you go. I gave out the over in that game.
Who's the rookie?
His name is...
Is he a righty? Is he a lefty?
One sec here. He's got a different name, kind of. Yeah, sorry. Davey Garcia.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so he beat the Jays. He went 7 innings and allowed 2 runs.
So what do you want to play?
I'm taking the over in game 1. That was my picks and parlays play.
What's the number?
9. Now, whenever these two teams get together, the total's always high. In the last 10, the average total has been set at 10. So this is a tiny bit
up to 9.5 juice to the over.
Mm.
So it's looking pretty strong at this point.
Yeah. So that was my play. I just
yeah, the Yankees are on a 5-game winning streak too. It should be a good game.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say their bats have been really cold recently.
But not New York's. They just woke up. They destroyed Boston. They destroyed Baltimore. They outscored them 23-3 and winning 4 straight. And so you're right. During that Jays series just last week, that they were really cold. They had nothing. And then Brian Cashman called a players meeting after the second loss. Just, had a players meeting, and since then they haven't lost. So yeah, they won that final game.
No, but I mean, yeah, they scored 10 runs in one of those games, right? In the 7-inning games and 6 in another. So I mean, that is smashing the ball. But in the other 2, that 9-inning games, they scored 2 and 3, and one went to extra innings.
That's true. I just think they were legitimately struggling when they got to Toronto there and lost those.
I'm just saying, you expect at home Yankees against the Orioles to put up more than 2 or 3 usually.
That's true. Yes, no question about it.
And I was kind of shocked by that, but they did win all 4 games, and you can't discount the fact that they played great defense and their bullpen came through.
I mean, you can't. I mean, they're down a few.
It's part of the reason why I love the Orioles today is because I watched a couple of those games and I saw that they were really kind of helping the Yankees out with some of the pitching calls and keeping the score low and letting them be in that, or either win or be in those 2 games they won recently. So the Yankees kind of got gifted a little bit, in my opinion, on that one.
Well, Dallas won. The Stars won. Unbelievable.
They're good, man. You can't mess with that team.
Well, they're going to the Stanley Cup final.
They come back in every game.
It looks so horrible through the first 2.5 weeks in the bubble. and then something happened.
They just come back in every game, though. Like, I've seen them down in multiple playoff games where it looked kind of bad for them.
Yeah.
Like, they look like against the ropes a few times.
Yeah, it's like the Bruins in the regular season.
Yeah. And yeah, quite like that. But they just
That's amazing. No, I never expected that. And
clutch goaltending, too, at the right times, which you always need for, obviously, the cup run.
yeah.
I don't know. I would love the Padres to win tonight. I have a few futures on them to win the division at plus 550.
Nice.
Yeah, I bet it a long time ago, and they're probably not gonna because it's the Dodgers, but at that price, it's worth it. Is there any way the Astros could beat the Athletics out for the division, considering they're 6.5 games?
What's up, buddy?
Yo, what's good, man?
What's going on, guys? I'm doing good. How are you?
Hey, buddy. We're doing great. So we're 5-0 to start, eh, or what?
That's what I like to hear.
For sure, buddy.
Yeah, this is looking good.
Oh,
See if
you've been killing it.
So what was your takeaway from yesterday and from these Monday night games? What did you think about Pittsburgh there? Oh, there's Right Cape. There he
Am I
is.
good? No lagging?
No
What's
lagging.
going on, buddy?
From these Monday night games, what did you think about Pittsburgh there? A little bit of you're listening to like the 10-second lag there.
Hold on.
there you go. You're coming in good now.
Alright.
So yeah, 5-0 start, the insiders room. That's definitely something to be. I mean, so many more weeks to go, but week one, can't ask for better than that. What can you do?
Better and perfect? Absolutely. I'm on Denver +3.
You're on Denver +3.
Yeah.
I got the under personally, but now, yeah, it's still at 38.5. Greg, can you believe that?
Yeah, that's not a good number. It should be like 37 right now, 36. Tell you right now. Look at the score. The team that's up has the ball in their own 20. Just
Right.
wait.
What do you think, AM?
I wasn't really too sure. I didn't have a play on this game. I was on the Steelers in the last one, so that's
Congrats.
enough for me tonight.
Very nice.
Me too.
You were too? Oh, you jumped on them right at the end, right, Kate?
Yes, I did. I had -6.
And so you had a good weekend, didn't you, in the NFL at least?
It was decent. I lost with Atlanta. I had their money line.
Mm-hmm.
And the under with Green Bay.
Mm. Yeah.
I was able to get the Steelers at -102 after they were down.
Wow. So, yeah, you guys, I don't know what to say other than I am pretty excited, although it doesn't really show at this moment because I'm kind of tired, but about the 5-0 start. That definitely.
Oh, that's a fumble Rooski.
Uh-oh.
Sorry if I spoiled that.
Just a little. I'm behind today.
You guys are always behind me.
So Tennessee has it?
got it. Yes.
Yeah.
In the
Wow.
red zone. That definitely
Uh-oh.
boosts up the total.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
anybody see the Dallas Stars kick Vegas out tonight?
Yeah, we were just talking
I was
about
on the
that.
wrong side of that one, unfortunately.
Oh, I
laid the
took the
price and-
Stars
You did?
just because
Nice.
I wasn't really sure what was going to happen, and I figured, on the brink of elimination, I'm a huge San Jose Sharks fan. I've seen Peter DeBoer in this situation year after year. I just had a feeling he was going to find a way. Like, this always happens with his teams. They get to the Western Conference final, and then they stop scoring. It's like they don't know how to score goals anymore. So yeah, and then when I saw them down 2-0, I kind of just stopped watching it, and then I saw they tied it up like really
Right.
late. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, anything can happen in over.
So what's the weather like in you guys' places? In back east there, AM, what's it like?
It was nice in Philadelphia today.
It's pretty decent. I mean, it's not cold.
Smoky
It's starting to
here.
get chilly at night.
It's nice. This is good weather. This time of
Beautiful weather.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
all
that
smoked
cool
out
kind
here.
of weather.
Vancouver Island's been affected by the smoke of all the wildfires.
Oh wow.
Do you have
It's
heard of the
really bad.
wildfires out here? Like it's in the States.
Yeah, it's all over the
Yeah.
place.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
All over the coast.
that's right. And so the smoke is everywhere because there's so much of it. And so it's just like it's
Yeah.
like a dystopian future. It's like, like Blade Runner around here. When you're outside, it's like an orange weirdness, and you can't see the sun or anything.
Yeah, we don't deal with that around here.
You don't have to deal with forest fires too much.
Not really.
Yeah, that's
We're
weird.
Smokey the Bear. We teach the kids young.
It's a Western thing.
It is. It's everywhere here. for
Yeah,
sure.
we don't have wildfires. Earthquakes, we don't have.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
That's
Yeah, we get lots of earthquakes and fires.
Yeah. No, can never say I've had a wildfire or an earthquake. Not even like a tornado, really. Sometimes tornado warnings, but yeah, no
Mhm.
hurricanes.
Oh, we get hurricanes.
Well, I don't have to deal with hurricanes.
Hurricanes, I don't think can reach where I am.
Yeah, we get hurricanes.
You guys do, yeah. I'm talking about me. Toronto's kind of in like a little nook where nothing can get in from the Atlantic. Like if there was a tsunami or a hurricane, it doesn't really reach. It can't reach Toronto.
So, which natural disaster do you have to worry about? Nothing? Meteors?
Well, we get tornado warnings, but I can never say I've seen a tornado. I've seen a few funnel clouds, but no tornadoes.
Yeah, I guess we get everything out here where I am. Like I live in one of the most dangerous earthquake zones, if not the most dangerous one in the world. Yeah,
One day,
it's going to be the big one here.
it's just gonna cause
The island's going to sink.
I was gonna say half that side is just gonna slide into the ocean.
Or giant tsunamis are going to rebound back and forth between the mainland and the island. So there's the
wanna think
touchdown
about
for Tennessee.
You
Oh,
like
you know, we get
Ryan
floods.
Tannehill?
We get some floods
Tannehill?
sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. It was a short pass.
Yeah, you like him? You think he's a good quarterback?
That's a good question.
You think he's good for this team?
I think he's good for Tennessee.
He's better than Mariota, yeah?
100%. I think he's good for the team. He was
guess so.
doing well last year, and I mean, this is just the first game. We got to see what happens, but I think Tennessee can be competitive with him.
I like him.
Yeah, I think for
Well,
sure.
yeah, he was a real competitor in Miami.
He goes
He
for
just
the
never
long
gave up.
bombs. That's why he's exciting. Like, he's not afraid to take a shot down the field.
That's very much like Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Oh, yeah, I hear he's starting. He started. Didn't he start?
Yeah,
He's going to continue to be the starter, is what I hear.
correct. Tua's not ready.
So he's always, what do they call him? Fitzmagic? He's always
Yeah.
got a little, he's always got a little Nick Foles magic to him.
I was talking about him before. He's just like a winner. Like he does what he needs to do to try to win the game always.
Yeah. He's another one that I don't feel afraid if I ever got to back him. It's not like, oh, Kenny. There's a few quarterbacks where you just look at and you're like, I don't know if I can trust. Like I didn't touch the Patriots because I wasn't sure what Cam Newton was going to show up this year. But I think Cam Newton's going to be a good fit for that team.
You know,
I Cam Newton sitting on my fantasy bench for Carson Wentz.
those are a couple of tough picks. But listen, we didn't know what to expect in week one. You know what I mean? Looking at all these teams, everyone, but we did good as far as our Hilton or Westgate picks, 5-0. And so now we've had to look at everything. So we got to come up with another 5-0 in week two. We've set the standard. We have to sweep every week now. Nothing else.
We can do it.
No losses.
No losses.
So we'll be the first team to ever go the entire 18 weeks with no losses.
I mean, we just take it game by game, you know.
Mm-hmm. Break it down. Get to the ultimate value of each pick.
Yeah. Consider all outcomes and make the best picks. I'm sure we'll drop a few, but I think, if we set the standard of trying to miss none, it will hopefully make us win the whole damn thing.
Imagine that.
Imagine that, right? In COVID era.
That would get extra weird. Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
Definitely a memorable one.
Yeah, that's how you know it's destiny, right?
Yeah. So did you guys touch that Minnesota-Chicago White Sox game?
Yes.
The Twins.
Okay. I was on the over 9 there, and that is not looking good at all.
What happened?
Tough one. They're both on winning streaks.
Yeah, they both had chances too. Like both teams loaded the bases.
I'm on the Twins team total.
Not looking good.
No.
I mean, what's the score right now? Still 1-1.
1-1, top of the 8th.
I mean, if
the
it goes to extra innings,
because extras, they're the away team,
and you get that.
4.5.
I'm hoping that because you get the base, you get the runner on base now. You never know. Some of these extra innings games can be high scoring now. Team could get 2 runs. Next team comes back, gets 2 runs. All of a sudden it's 3-3. Got to play another inning. Maybe. We'll see what happens. But it's all I can hope for at this point.
What about the Brewers?
Yeah, that game's tied, top of the 7th.
The only other baseball game I touched was
are also
San
tied.
Diego.
Every
I'm
game
on the
is tied.
Padres. That's the only other game I touched for today.
The Phillies, they lost.
Seattle came all the way back to beat Oakland in that first game. Then Oakland smashed them 9-0 in the second.
They just took a 2-1 lead, the Padres over the Dodgers.
Oh, yeah. That's what I like to see.
Wow. What? The Padres over the 2-3-2? Or, sorry, 2-1. No, right. No, you're right.
Padres got a nice team.
Yeah, they
we
made
were just
so
talking
many
about
moves.
that. Before you guys
You think
came
they
on.
could win the division? Any chance?
I don't think it matters with all the teams that get in.
It
Yeah.
doesn't, but I got them
Right.
at plus
That's
550.
true. I keep forgetting about that.
I think you're going to need the Dodgers to
I
drop
think the
quite a few
Dodgers are
games,
that
though.
good.
Yeah, like they're gonna have to drop quite a few games for San Diego. San Diego, the thing was they picked up all those players, but it's a little late now in a 60-game season. Like,
They're on a 7-game winning streak, and if they win
Dodgers
tonight,
are
they'll
gonna
only
have
be a game and a
45
half
wins
behind the Dodgers.
in the 60-game season.
That's what I mean. They're on a 7-game winning streak, and they'll only be a game and a half if they win tonight. So I mean, it's like not like they're not within striking distance.
So then imagine if the Dodgers and Yankees aren't in it. The two big faves. So the two NBA,
The Dodgers are going to be in it.
the two NBA
I have
Eastern
Yankees
Conference
futures.
favorites are both out. The Bucks and the Raptors. The 1 and 2 seeds are gone.
Yeah, I hate to say it to AM, but the Raptors were soft too.
no, you know what? They did not play well at all. Like, I did not feel comfortable that entire series, even on the
Yeah.
few games I took the Raptors. Like, Siakam didn't show up, and they were missing so many shots, and they didn't play their own game. That's what the problem was. They let the Celtics get in their head. The Celtics come down, make a three. They try to answer, miss. The Celtics make another three. They try to answer, they miss. They weren't shooting well at all, and they would bury themselves in those 10-point holes early, and they just couldn't get out of it. Definitely going to need to reevaluate. Boston, I look at the Celtics basically like the Raptors with a stronger defense. They play like
That's
their
exactly
teams.
what I thought too.
They're so extremely matched, and that's why I'm taking the Celtics going forward. I think they're going to beat the Heat in the series because if
I like
a lot
you.
of
I like
NBA
you.
teams,
Am I with you, man?
a lot of NBA teams they don't like to play the Raptors because it's tough playing them. Because when a
No
team
doubt.
plays defense, like it's just hard. You don't want to put that kind of effort in when a team plays defense that well. And the Celtics play defense even better. I hate to say it, but even better than the Raptors. So teams are just they're gonna struggle going up against these Celtic teams.
And Tatum is a
So the
difficult
Celtics and who?
It's the Heat.
Celtics
No.
and Heat.
And who's going to win the West?
Yeah, the Celtics. You know what?
We
I
have to
originally
see
had
what happens
Raptors
tomorrow night.
Clippers, but I don't even think the Clippers are gonna make it. Like
You
the
think?
way the Nuggets 5-0 in elimination games now, so that's something
true.
to look at. They came
Yeah,
back
seven
3-1 on
tomorrow.
Utah.
I don't watch
They came back
basketball
3-1 on the Clippers now. And in the last two games, the Clippers had a 20-point, well, not 20, but like a 16, 18-point lead in the first half. They blew it both games.
I just can't believe it.
They even ended up losing the last one by like 15. So
Well, do we
I don't
believe
know.
in conspiracy theories and stuff? Because
Always.
then
Celtic
do you
Lakers.
think that the NBA wants the Clippers and Lakers? Then, right? That's what the NBA wants. It doesn't want the Lakers and Nuggets. It wants the Lakers and Clippers.
The
So then they
NBA
want the
wants the
Celtics
Lakers
as
and
well.
the Celtics because they get the highest rating.
Well, there
Yes,
you go. That would be
correct.
the dream.
I agree.
Lakers Celtics would be a dream. So that's true. They could be looking at the big picture. Put the Lakers
And
against
if
Denver.
they're doing that, that's what I
Right.
mean. You give them
Yeah,
the
yeah.
easy way out
Yeah.
by
True. I
letting
didn't
the
think of that
Nuggets
angle.
advance.
So that does make sense as well.
But who knows? These are all conspiracies.
Yeah, and so many people believe that they want certain teams to get in, but I mean that's an easy thing to say about everything moving forward forever. Of course, there's bigger market teams, and they're going to make more money if they get in. So if you're going to use that argument all the time, then that's just the way it's always going to be with some cities over others and stuff.
Well, we know it doesn't happen in the NHL because I don't think anybody wants to see the Dallas Stars in the Stanley Cup final.
I'm about it. That works.
I don't
Yeah,
mind.
Jamie Benn.
I don't care because all I want to see is the Sharks in the Stanley Cup final. They're not even in the
It's
pictures.
too late for that.
Yeah, now I just got to look at it analytically.
That sounds just I can't even remember watching this Sharks play. It's been so long.
They missed their window, and then they fired DeBoer, which was, I think, a bad idea. But It's whatever. They're in a rebuilding phase. They won't be good for a while now.
Flyers are supposed to be the same way.
I was surprised. I can't believe.
I was too.
So 5-0, you guys. San Diego with a 3-1 lead.
Oh, yes. And you know what, Greg, that's exactly why I took them, because I said San Diego is basically, with all those moves they made, they're almost just as good as the Dodgers. And you're going to give me them at plus money? Like,
What was it? What was the
it
price?
was plus 120 I got it at. So, I was happy with that. Kidding me? Slam Diego? 100% I give them a shot against the Dodgers.
Yeah,
You
I
gotta
would
look at, like,
too.
the Dodgers aren't going to win every game.
San Diego's on a 7-game winning streak. It's kind of hard to ignore that.
Drew Lock.
You know?
So they messed that up?
Hey, I'm a
Yeah.
Padre
They
They
believer.
didn't score at all.
I mean, like, my point is, like, you could almost argue they should be almost favored.
That's good.
With that type of winning streak.
Yeah, that's exactly why I took them. Like, you give me plus money on a team that good and that hot right now, 100% I'm going to take that.
Baseball's all about, who's hot.
Streaks.
Yeah, big
Yeah.
time.
Streaks and trends.
And one day the
I mean, there's
the heater
there's
dies
definitely
and
times the buck streaks and stuff, but
yeah, well, that's why I was on the over 9 in the White Sox game, and that one just completely crapped out. Coming into this game, the White Sox had scored 4 or more runs in 9 straight, and they're putting 1 up on the board tonight.
I would like to see the White Sox win here, personally.
Twins are the best under team in baseball. I hope.
The best under team?
Yeah.
really,
Twins, Indians, all these central teams, they can't score runs. They're all
the
pitching.
Indians are always an under team.
Yeah.
4-1 San Diego.
Wow.
Let's go. Keep pouring it on. The Dodgers
I
will
mean,
come back from anything.
Minnesota is in
They
particular.
do. They bat well.
I mean, Minnesota is really interesting because they hit the most home runs like ever for any team, and then a year
They're
later,
streaky as can
unders.
be.
Didn't
like
they just
win
get
4,
Byron Buxton back
then they'll
too?
lose 5, then they'll win 8.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's pretty out of left field, as they say in baseball.
What do you think about that Jays and Yanks matchup tomorrow, Westgate? It's going to be interesting, I think.
I haven't looked at anything for tomorrow.
Let's go Jays. I want to see the Jays do it.
Oh, I should have bet the over on Derrick Henry's rushing prop live.
And you thought when the Jays lost, what was it, 18-1 to the Mets? Or was it 14-1?
18.
18-1. Yeah, you thought they were going to fizzle out and maybe they were coming back down, but then they took the next 2 games. 3-2, 7-2. Like I said, they have a solid pitching core. Their bullpen ERA, I think, is 5th in the league right now overall. So even if they get themselves into a couple of jams, they have good enough guys that they can pull out and get themselves out of there. So it's just Yamaguchi you got to watch for. As somebody who watches almost every game for the Blue Jays, Yamaguchi is their one weak point in that bullpen.
Well, guys, why don't we go until the half? Sound good or what?
Sounds good. Do you guys have
Sounds good to
anything you like on the games for tomorrow? NBA or baseball?
I'm on the Celtics
Me too.
to beat the Heat. That's you. What was the line? Minus 1.5, I think.
Yeah, I'll just bet money line minus
Yeah,
120.
like that's.
Actually, I'll definitely just.
I don't think the teams are even.
I'll only in that situation. I'll definitely only go half a unit and try to just get a better
You
in-game.
think the Celtics are that much better than the Heat?
I think they're better than 1.5. Now I'm not saying like 9, but I'm saying probably 3 or 4 points for sure.
I don't know. I'll be interested.
What about
I'll be
on the money
watching very
line?
closely because I want to see how. Because I really think Adebayo has developed and they've really figured out how to use him in their offense, which is interesting because that could be a difference maker for them in beating the Celtics. So depends if they're not, if they're letting Adebayo play. I think that's a bet. It depends how they call the game, big time, in that
Mhm.
one, in my opinion.
Wouldn't surprise me if the game went under. Personally, I don't see this being two teams that are going
Yeah,
to
I
put up
lean
like
that way for
120
sure.
points each.
And what's that number?
I'm actually not sure on the number.
212?
212, yeah, even then, like they'll probably be like a 90 something game.
Uh-huh.
Because that Celtics defense, it's going to force Miami. Miami can hit the three though. So it'll be an interesting matchup because they could
Miami has been shooting the ball so incredibly at such an incredibly high pace. You think that they can keep that up?
I think their players are good enough. See, that's the thing is I think they can shoot the three ball a lot better than the Raptors. And if the Raptors had better shooting, they would have been able to beat the Celtics, in my opinion. They weren't good enough. So the Heat have that chance because I think it's going to be tough for them to score points in the paint. If they're going to beat the Celtics, it's going to have to be from the three line.
Right.
And they can do it. But at the same time, when you're taking that many threes, a lot more risk for shots. That's why I think the game could go under for sure because they could end up missing a lot. The Celtics defense could end up stopping them. And I don't think the Celtics are going to try to put up 120 points anyway.
Right.
They try to win games with that defense. So I could definitely see that going under 212.
Well, I don't think our total is ever going to develop here, Greg, into anything.
Don't be so certain.
Okay, well, we'll see what
It's
happens
still
here before
lingering.
the end.
What are you seeing?
I am seeing 37.5 now.
Yeah, okay. So you're right. You're flirting right. What?
We're right there.
Yeah.
So we'll just wait to see what happens here.
So basically, you're one stop and like a minute from it being where you want.
Yeah.
Like one turnover.
Yeah. So yeah, for me, I'll have my Wednesday show at 3 Eastern for picks and parlays. We could possibly do the Thursday night game. I'm sure Dan will be down. And
Who's that? The Browns and the Bengals?
is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
I just haven't had a
that
chance
sounds like
to
a
see.
fun matchup.
I think the Browns are favored by 5.5.
In Cleveland?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. Interesting. I haven't looked at it, so I'm not sure.
Yeah. First glance, Browns.
Agreed. I think it's difficult for Cincinnati rookie quarterback to go on the road there and do that.
They're facing another great defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, only 1 foot down. Yeah, 1 foot down.
What do you
It's good.
think?
It's good in
I think he-
college.
I don't know. I think
Yeah,
he
this is
dragged
a
that second
college.
one.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess he
Did he
did.
drag that?
But now replay,
Oh,
yes, he did.
He kicked that.
I think he's good.
How did the ref not give him that?
He's kicking up dirt.
yeah, like
It's not the
That's a catch.
Marvin Harrison toe drag where you see like the little pebbles come up.
It's
But it's still
horrible. That's a catch.
it still counts.
Yeah, that was a pretty bad call. Because even though he like dragged it across the line, I think that hit in
Dirt came up. Dirt came up. He caught the ball. Inbounds.
Take that play. It's going to be another year of that, reffing wise. Buckle in.
Already challenging it. Yeah, I think it was a catch.
Come on, baby. White Sox threatening here now.
They were a good
It's
price.
still 1-1.
2-1 now.
The
And
White Sox.
2 on and out. Yeah.
They were a good price. The White Sox, they're going to need to do damage in the playoffs.
Yeah, that'll
White
be fun.
Sox have a nice team. They have offense. They have pitching. They have a nice bullpen.
Padres.
Or whatever.
Yeah, it's a catch.
Yeah.
He's in bounds.
Totally.
The White Sox are a nice team.
Yeah, I don't know how
They're
I feel
just
about
going to
their
get better.
bullpen, but I think they're
They're
pitching
just going to get
solid,
better.
for sure.
Yeah, they
They'll be
are.
in the World Series next year.
They're getting better. So did he catch it?
They haven't said yet.
Yeah, I tend to agree
I
with
mean, he
B.
caught it. It's just
Whoever B Liz
Buck is
32.
looking like
Yeah, that is what it is.
impressive so
It's
far.
what New York thinks.
John Locke looks extremely impressive. I would say he looks as good as Joe Burrow looked in terms of how he's managing the game and how accurate he is. And he's slinging it.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
So there you go, Blizz. The insiders are agreeing with you.
I mean, every mistake that was made wasn't his fault. His team fumbled when he threw a perfect screen pass when his team was driving in. I mean, he's played well. Better than Sam Darnold. I'm an idiot. I should just blindly bet like his interception prop and you know what
The
I
whole
mean?
team is a mess. All New York teams are bad right now.
Bell is
I
out
can't
now
talk
too, so
because
that's just gonna
Philadelphia
get
teams are as well.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you
Yeah,
bet
worse.
both against both of them ATS, you would have won, right? So
Yeah, Rye, how did you guys blow a 7-0 lead and lose to the Washington football team?
I
what's going
try to
on
be
with
like
your
the
team?
Phillies. no offensive line.
So now you see how it feels. After all these years as a Giants fan, I've been like
It's
watching the Eagles
embarrassing.
teams
It was
with like all
embarrassing
these
watching
great
that.
O lines. Like
It was horrible.
they're plugging
Guys,
in Nick
I'm a
Foles.
Cardinals
flipping
fan.
back
Don't
and
talk to me
forth to
about
the-
O-line.
They plug in
I'm
Nick
talking
Foles,
back and
everyone's
forth between the
why is Nick
Phillies and the
Foles so
Eagles.
good?
Like, what is
Why is
going
Nick
on
Foles so
here?
good? Oh, could it be the fact that he had an amazing like O line? Like they've had so many good O lines though, and now they finally have crap.
It's one game. I'm not upset.
Now you see what it's like. Not that the Giants have a better O line yet. We still are getting like 6 yards with Saquon Barkley in a full game against the Steelers.
Eagles play the Rams in week 2.
Yeah, you're
and
home
their
at
favorite.
least. You are favorites, but I wouldn't be surprised if you're a dog by the time the game starts.
That works.
I see
took
that
Washington.
I mean, they'll always be.
The Rams looked bad against the Cowboys. That was
No, they didn't. They were
Which-
impressive. That defense is nice.
So I
Yeah.
think Tennessee's going to get some points here.
They got some key pieces on that defense too.
Well, the first Monday of the season always has the 2 games and the late one, and so thank you guys for sitting in on this one.
It was fun.
We had a
We're
few good
5-0.
talks and a few good discussions, and we're 5-0, and so that was the main reason
Undefeated.
I wanted to go live. And so I totally appreciate your guys' involvement as always, and hopefully we can all turn this into something bigger for everyone. There's Tannehill sacked.
They're still in field goal range.
Mm-hmm.
This is where I love to see a little.
So I have the under in this one. I had the Knights, so that stinks. But I had Pittsburgh, and so if I hit this under, I'll move to 5-1 officially at P&P with my picks there.
Ooh,
Give him that.
Yeah, they gave him that. It's a catch.
I thought that was a catch. I thought he did. Yeah, I thought that was.
It's a
after
catch.
He dropped it.
Wow. So they went for it.
Are they challenging it? That was a catch. It's a catch.
No catch.
No, it's a catch.
Oh,
I got
He
no
caught
catch
the
on
ball.
my end.
This is
I'm
the
not
problem
sure
with
now.
the NFL.
After seeing that,
You never know. The NFL, you don't know.
like I don't know if the ball.
Yeah, but they did the
What's
same thing
going
to the
on?
NBA, didn't they? Like now it's like I gotta like watch like a nick and like I have to wait like 5 minutes in a commercial break to find out if that's a foul. And half the time it is and half the time it's not. Like
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
But at least in NBA, they know what a basket is. Like in the NFL, they can't. What a
No.
touchdown is. A
a
catch.
I would
catch.
Like,
say
there's so
actually
many
I would say the opposite.
It's
In
a
the
catch.
pass
NBA,
interference.
in the NBA it's a complete shit show. Like you just don't know what is gonna happen. Like
They do, and they take a long time.
the next day they're calling the leg kick from a 3. Like it's just complete madness in the NBA. You just never
It's
know.
the video review though. Like they gotta learn to do it like soccer. There's a lot of soccer leagues at the VAR. They don't have to stop the game for 10 minutes.
Yeah,
just
I
to
know.
look
Like
at
if
a
you're
call.
gonna fix the games from, like you might as well just have the people pulling the strings and just be like, listen, rewind. Like that didn't happen. Like it isn't
Like
soccer.
exactly.
Like,
Let them
like, if you're
play,
gonna
and then
fix
while
it, just-
someone's reviewing, call down and be like, "All right, we need to go back."
yeah.
That's how you got to do it. But
It's really
I don't
bad.
know.
It is kind of wonky though in soccer because you'll just be watching and like you think something happens and then you're just like, wait, VAR comes in.
VAR.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of dumb moments for sure.
That'll
That's because a
kill
lot of
any
soccer
bet.
leagues are fixed, though. You always get like the 90th minute penalty. No, hold on. They got into the box. We need that team to win. Something? Did he touch him? I think he touched him.
What?
I want you to take
So
note
did they
of how
make
this
it
ref-
there or what? Did that?
Yeah, no catch. It was called
You see
no
what the ref
catch.
is doing with his mask when he calls puts it. He takes one ear off and he lets it dangle, and he announces with the mask dangling from his one ear.
I heard this guy does what the guy on the
Watch it; it's
Bengals did.
hilarious.
Oh, yay! I finally get to see the fanless stands. That's nice.
Did they take a big shot of it?
They took a big shot on the kickoff. I got to see the whole empty seat panel.
Huh.
They got
Or not the
Gostkowski. I didn't
kickoff.
even know that.
Yeah, man. When Tom Brady left, he told everybody to leave.
That was blocked.
You missed.
Oh my god.
He missed it?
Yep.
Just why?
I think he kicked it low. It got blocked, but it looked like it had a low trajectory.
Yeah, it was way to the left too.
At least he didn't fake a leg injury after missing it.
Yeah. Oh no, he got good penetration. It was a little low, but
So 34 and a half, I can get it.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
it
looking
hit his
good.
fingertips.
Should
it's
I
your
take
call,
over?
man. Like I said,
I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna hold off on this one tonight.
I think it does metal, but I would only do half a unit if I was or whatever.
Right.
Then we're gonna run a play.
So, boys, I'm going to call it a night. It's been a
Call
long day for
timeout.
me. All right? I'm going to call it a night. Yeah. It's
So
been-
let's have a good night.
It was good.
all right. Well, thank you for sitting in, and thank you for everything, gentlemen. All right? And we'll just see what Thursday brings. If you're into it, that would be awesome, as always.
Browns
Are
and
we gonna do a
Bengals.
Thursday night
Who
every?
can't be into that game?
Yo, exactly. Browns and Bengals, baby.
We're
Maybe
gonna
we'll
do
use
a
that as one of
Thursday show
our.
every week.
Wouldn't miss it for the world.
All right. Sorry, Greg.
Are you gonna do a Thursday show every week or try to?
I would like to try to, for sure. Absolutely.
All right, cool.
All right, guys.
All right.
All right. So, P
Have a good night, everybody.
out. Okay. Later. All right. So that's it. We are 5-0 after week 1. We tried to do some live wagering. I was considering taking the over in that game and try to middle it, but I'm just going to leave it alone and not mess around with my under in that game. And so until next time, hopefully we can improve on our 5-0 record in the Westgate Super Contest after week 1. Okay. See you later. Bye.